and I want people to understand that we're not jumping on the bullies, because most bullies are bullies because they were conditioned that way,
Exactly.
or they became bullies because they were bullied.
Mm-hmm.
You know, and that, believe it or not, that happens in a lot of cases. So what do you do when you're bullied? You either retreat and you crawl into a hole, right?
Or you
Or
fight
you become
back.
you fight back to become a bully yourself. What? All right. And
I didn't fight. I'm not a bully.
no, but you're not going to take any shit either.
No, not
And
anymore.
that's right. I thought my. I'll share a story later.
Uh-huh.
Look, that you started this shit, so
I didn't start this
it's,
shit.
oh yes, you damn well
No,
did,
no,
and
no,
we're gonna.
no, no. Somebody started this shit. Somebody
Well,
that emailed
no,
you
I'm going to
started
tell you
this
what
shit.
part of this crap you started. But are you ready to go on the air? Oh,
Let's
actually, we're on the air. Did
let's
they do
do it.
this to me? They spring us on the air live in the middle of a conversation. They go,
Hmm.
"Okay, Angelo, you're on. Okay,
Uh-huh.
let's do this, and we'll come back."
Okay.
Some viewers may find the following video disturbing. Viewer discretion is advised.
Good evening, everyone. This is Amelia, your host on Blunt Talk Radio, and it is 4 o'clock in Los Angeles, 6 o'clock in Chicago, and 7 o'clock in New York. I got that one right.
That's what they tell me anyway, man.
Well, you are listening, as I said, to Blunt Talk Radio and watching us on Blunt Talk Radio with my host with the most over here, Angelo Mad Dog DeCipio.
Here I am. Hey, how you doing, kid?
Good, good. How are you?
I'm wonderful. What kind of day you having?
Well, it's still the same steady day, and we lost another dentist today.
You lost the dentist.
Yeah, we
You
keep
need
losing
help
providers.
finding him.
They just keep dropping like flies for some reason. I don't know.
Wow. Do you mean like lost him like dead, or like lost him like he's out of the
Bye
system?
bye. Like no more working with us.
Oh, he left your. Oh,
They left. Yeah, pediatric dentist, and I don't
people.
know.
We should tell everybody. Let me fill everybody in what you're talking about.
Mm-hmm.
Amelia works in the health industry in Florida,
Mm-hmm.
and she makes appointments for doctors, dentists, eye doctors, people like that, all different kinds of
Behavioral
doctors.
health.
Behavior, yeah, psychiatrists and psychologists,
Mhm.
and evidently, for some reason, and it's not just Florida, Mill, so
No.
don't feel too terribly bad, but it's like really hard to find a good dentist
Mm-hmm.
because they don't want to be part, for whatever reason. I don't get it, but
Mm-hmm.
they don't want to be part of the health system.
No.
I mean, you know what I'm talking
Yeah,
about?
they don't want to be part of an organization. I guess they want to be on their own, probably make more money that
Yeah.
way.
Do they make more money that
Yeah,
way? Is that what the thing is, that
I
they
think
don't like what you're paying
so.
them?
Uh, Sometimes they get a better sign-on bonus maybe somewhere else besides
Yeah.
us, or maybe they get a better bonus if they did it on their own, maybe different insurances because we do
Yeah.
Medicaid, Medicare, self-pay. So it
Here's
just
what I
depends.
think though. And just maybe it's just the way my twisted mind works.
Mm-hmm.
But I think that if you're a good dentist,
Mm-hmm.
you'll find ways to make money, even if your sign-on bonus is low.
Yes.
you'll find ways to make money and keep your patients coming back.
Yeah, they
Now,
try.
that doesn't mean, though,
Mm-hmm.
selling them dentures that they don't need
Mm-hmm.
or, root canal that they don't need. It's just,
Right.
being
Something.
smart about what you do. Yeah, exactly. You
Yeah.
know?
Something anyway, because it just, I mean, she could have gotten a better job somewhere else, and we had, somebody else, but we have another doctor coming in
Yeah.
hopefully soon. So I'm just wondering that, hopefully that'll get back better,
Yeah.
because right now new patients we can't even be scheduling right now. But before we get serious, I just wanted to say that this Saturday is our first anniversary of What's the Buzz. I don't know if you
It
knew that.
is. It
Eh,
is our very first, and I was going to save that for the end of the show, you son of a gun.
No,
But
I wanted to say real quickly that before we get real serious, I just want to say thank you for everything you've done for me, and you've actually got me out of my little shell. And because, as you know, I was
no,
just a
that was
person.
a big shell. Let me tell you, son,
It was because I used to just be
that was a
the person like
big
this
shell.
behind the camera and say, "Okay, you ready?" Because
Here's how Amelia used to talk. Um, I love Gino Hernandez,
I
and
did,
I'm a big wrestling fan,
and
and I really really like your show. And
um um
stay?
um
Can I stay here for a while?
and I used to do that a lot.
Yeah.
Hmm.
And now it's move the fuck out the way. It's Amelia's show. Get out of the way.
Right. And
Anyway, so what's on
tonight's
the
show,
show tonight, kid?
be a buddy, not a bully. And it came because I had someone tell me that I mumble too much. I don't make sense. They can't understand me. That I should have been rid of what a few months
Can you
ago, five
tell them
months ago.
where this came from? Because you and I both know where it started. But I want people. Can I tell them?
Sure,
You
go
okay
ahead.
with that?
Yeah,
Okay, so we get emails on the show from time to time. We get, somebody that's unhappy, and some from time to time we get somebody that just wants to bitch at us. Well, this time it was Amelia's turn to get picked on. Usually it's me. They're calling me a racist or an asshole or you
quit
know
picking on Amelia.
picking on Amelia, yeah, or they're calling me a bully.
Uh
Like my
huh.
wife called me a bully, I'm gonna smack her in the head.
No, you're not. You gotta leave her alone.
No, I would not. No, because that would make me a bully, and
Right.
I would never
And
do
I
that.
defend your wife because she defends me all the time.
Yeah, right.
Hmm.
So here's the thing. Here's the thing, though. And it's important. It's important that we have to discuss this
Hmm.
because it really is a growing concern, particularly the subject of adult bullying.
Yes.
We got an email that was very critical of Amelia the way she speaks. First of all, if in case you haven't guessed by now, Amelia Bolario Chapman, okay, she's not British, okay?
Yeah.
She's Mexican. Amelia is a full-blooded Mexican, okay? She's a very light full-blooded Mexican.
I
She
know,
doesn't
right?
look Mexican. She looks, Italian or she looks, whatever. But Amelia doesn't look Mexican, and we've talked about that on the show before.
Hmm.
Every once in a while, Amelia's accent comes out when she gets pissed off and she gets angry. It really comes out
I go
because
on a
then she starts
rampage.
talking fast, and I got to go slow down because I don't know what you're talking about.
I go on a rampage.
Yeah. So we got an email saying, "Hey, Mad Dog, can you tell Amelia to stop mumbling?" And I was like, "Oh man, she's gonna go fucking nuts when she hears this one."
And I
So, and
did.
it said, she mumbles when she talks, and I can't understand her, and nobody says anything to her, and blah blah blah. And it really was ripping on Amelia like the way she talks. I have to tell people something that you need to know. Amelia wears headphones in her ear, like ear pads. What do they
Hmm.
call them things?
I had just regular headphones. Yeah.
Yeah, like a headset, right, in her
Hmm.
ears.
Hmm.
Earbuds, that's what the word they call
Yeah.
it, earbuds. Okay.
Hmm.
and her earbuds has a microphone attached to the wire,
Mhm.
so she can listen and she can talk. So, for a long time, sometimes what will happen is her little microphone will either get caught in the fold of her shirt or it'll be down low out of her voice range.
Mhm.
And so sometimes it sounds muffled.
Right.
Well, of course it sounds muffled because it's, up against her shirt and it's about a foot and a half away from her mouth.
Right.
It's not like, my microphone is right in front of me, but it's a professional broadcast microphone. Amelia doesn't have a professional broadcast microphone. She's using the microphone that came with her headset. And it's a very good microphone and it's very clear. But now she places it up a little higher, closer to her mouth. So to that person, you don't know the whole story. It's not Amelia mumbling. It's Amelia not being heard because her microphone was too far from her. But thank you, whoever wrote that email. And I know who it was, but I'm not going to tell. But I'm going to tell you that you actually introduced a really good subject to tonight's show. Because Amelia's been chomping at the bit to tear your ass apart. And I'm going to give her the next hour to do it. So there you go, Amelia. It's all
Yeah.
you.
Thank you, first of all, for bringing that to my attention so I could go tell you to go fuck yourself.
There you go.
So thank you, first of all, for letting me be your bully tonight. So if you think you can do a better job uh, and not mumble, and you think you can come on the show for an hour or so and discuss any subject you want, come on. You have an open
Bring it.
invitation anytime.
And
Come on.
and she ain't lying. You got to
Nope.
open an invite
Absolutely.
anytime you want. I will open up my guest, and we've had people here.
Hmm.
I'll bring you into my studio if you're close enough.
Absolutely.
I'll sit you across from me in the guest mic in the guest chair. And we've had other people in the studio.
Hmm.
We've had Pastor Steve here. We've had my daughter here.
Hmm.
In the studio with me.
Yes.
You, this is an open invite. Anybody who wants to join us, and you think you can do a better job than us, if you think you have what it takes, you got the chops, bring it.
Yes.
Bring it.
You have an open invitation.
Amelia and I will let you destroy yourself live on the air.
You want to be a bully? But bring it on. Let's see who
Bring
is
it.
the bully.
We tell him, Amelia. We
Mhm.
tell him, bring it. Come on.
Because I'm not going to be a bully to you, okay? Because I've been enough bullied to where I'm going to not shut up anymore, okay?
I
Because
think it's very brave of you
Mhm.
to do this show tonight because I know a little bit about your history.
Yes.
And you and I have talked about it
Mhm.
privately.
And I said we were going to talk about it tonight. And
Yeah. And tonight we're going to now, Amelia is going to share a big part of her personal life with you. And I'm going to ask you to give her the respect and courtesy that comes with that. It takes a lot of courage to empty your soul live on the air with thousands of people listening. Okay? And she's going to do that for you. So, Amelia, for the next hour or hour and a half or however long you want, tell everybody why we're here tonight.
Because I am so sick and tired of being bullied, and I know other people are being bullied, and it's time for us to stand up for ourselves, to stand up to you bullies, because we're tired of it. We're tired of being bullied, and we're not going to be bullied anymore, and we're going to show you what it's like to be bullied, because that's enough, period.
Absolutely.
Because I am going to tell you something right now. If you tell me, oh, or you're not worth it, you're not even worth it. If you're on fire, you're not even worth my spit to spit on. Well, you know what? Go for it. I don't care. You're like, oh, you're not the same Amelia like you were when you left Texas. Yeah, that's right. I grew up. Okay. You want to fight with me? Fight with me. I'm not gonna be. Oh no, you're gonna spit on me. Go for it. Because I've had enough.
Good for you.
And
Good for you.
And that's how I am now. Because I am tired of being stepped on, and I am, because of all this stuff here, I've had to go to therapy now. I will share that with you. Yes, I am in therapy because of a lot of this.
Mm-hmm.
And I've had about a year's therapy, but it's still not over. I've had a lot
Yeah.
to do because of my childhood.
Let's talk. Can we talk about that, Mill?
Sure.
Um, we're talking about a very unique subject tonight,
Mm-hmm.
which is the aftermath of adult bullying. Now, we hear a lot about kids
Mm-hmm.
being bullied, and kids have an interesting way of handling bullies.
Yes.
Um,
Which is
because
very
most
sad
kids
too.
will handle it themselves,
Right.
even if a parent tries to intervene.
Mm-hmm.
Some cases are extreme where bullying has caused a teenager to commit suicide, and
That's
that
very, very sad. Yes.
and that is tragic.
Mm-hmm.
That's tragic, but and it's no less tragic
Mm-hmm.
when an adult bullies another adult. Now, why would they do that? Well, there are a couple of reasons why they would do that. You and I talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
Those people who bully other people tend to be the victims of bullies themselves.
Right.
So there's what's called in psychology, what's called a fight or flight response.
Mm-hmm.
You either fight when you're backed into a corner,
Mm-hmm.
or you cower down in your retreat. It's called fight or flight.
Mm-hmm.
Most people that I know, and I know quite a bit of people, that you put them in that position, they're going to fight. There's not going to be any flight involved.
No.
There's not going to be any cowering down involved.
No.
They're going to come out swinging, and they're going to swing hard and fast.
Yes. I used
So
to be like that.
understand that
Mm-hmm.
Amelia got put in that position. She got pushed into the corner, and she came out fighting.
Mm-hmm.
Now, there's different ways to fight. One of the things I want to bring everybody up to speed on, and I just want to define this. If you'll look at your screen here, when adults respond quickly and consistently to bullying behavior, they send the message that it is not acceptable.
Mm-mm.
It's not okay.
It's not.
Research shows that this can stop bullying behavior over time. It's a process. Like anything else, it's a process. Parents, neighbors, and other adults in the community can help. Listen to this one, folks.
Mm-hmm.
Can help kids and adults alike prevent bullying by talking about it, building a safe social environment, and creating a bullying prevention program.
Yes.
Amelia, did you have the opportunity to be involved in either a community program or a bully prevention program?
Just at school, like if I was being bullied, I knew that I could go to my principal or counselor or a teacher that I trusted a lot. I made sure to know where my go-tos were.
Yeah.
And my daughter knew the same thing. But my daughter was a little bit different. She was a little firecracker. She would call me and say, Mom, if you don't
Yeah.
come right now and get me, I'm going to be expelled from school because I'm about to hit this girl because she called me a name. My daughter was
Yeah.
not going to be the bully. And
Yeah.
but I wish that we had that because in the neighborhood there should be houses where kids know to go to where it's safe.
Well, and I'm glad you brought that up because in my day, and I'm older than you,
Mm-hmm.
in my day, we didn't have that at all.
Mm-hmm.
Here's how we dealt with bullies in my day. We ran away or we fought for our life.
Well,
And in some ways,
mm-hmm.
in some ways it was really the best way to deal with it.
Mm-hmm.
Because look, it's again that fight or flight mode kicks in.
Right.
What am I going to do? Am I going to fight or am I going to stand here and get beat up? If you're Angelo DeCipio and you're 5 foot tall,
mm-hmm.
or you're 4'11" in whatever 6th grade I was in, right?
Mm-hmm.
First of all, I was always the shortest kid in the class. I'm still the shortest guy in the world, probably. I'm 5 foot. Well, I'm not the shortest guy, but I'm a short guy. I'm 5'3".
Mhm.
Okay. Um, I only became 5'6" when I was during the 1970s when platform shoes were very popular and disco was king, and I could get away with wearing four
Mhm.
inch heels. But aside from that,
Mhm.
I've always been short and I've always been picked on. You guys can see I have a pretty big nose. Okay.
Mhm.
They used to call me hoagie nose. They used to call me hoagie nose. Um, they used to call me hose nose. That was another one I got. Hose nose. See,
And that's verbal
um,
bullying right there too. That's just another way of bullying, not just
yeah.
bullying.
And so I
That wasn't
dealt with
right.
the same kind of things you did.
Mhm.
But in my day, like I said, we had one of two ways to deal with it. You either got beat up or you beat up.
Mhm.
Okay. Just like children and teenagers can be bullies, so can adults.
Mhm.
What defines an adult bully is if they regularly make you feel oppressed, belittled, humiliated, or de-energized.
Mhm.
That's a big one. The last one is the biggest
Mhm.
because those kind of people can suck the energy right out of you.
Oh yes, absolutely. I mean,
They
even
really can.
like when we lived in Texas, there was a neighbor across the street, diagonally from us, and of course across the street from us, a Hispanic family, and my
Right?
kids were half Hispanic, half white. And the neighbor next to them, she was like, "Look at these kids. They're Hispanic. They're riding the skateboard on the sidewalk." I said, "Ma'am, that's public property. They can ride their skateboard on the sidewalk. You can't say
Yeah.
nothing to that." "Well, look at that. They're Hispanic, blah, blah, blah." And I was like, "Ma'am, I'm Hispanic and you can't say nothing to them. So they can ride their skateboard."
Well, was it a bully thing or was it a racial thing or both?
It was both. And I said, "If you say one more thing to these children, I am going to call the police on you." And she says, "Oh, well, there shouldn't be." I said, "Ma'am, again, yeah, if you say one more thing." And I talked to them in Spanish, and I said, "It's okay, kids, just ride your skateboards right here, ride your
Yeah.
your bicycles, whatever, it's a sidewalk,
Mhm.
it's fine." And she's like, "Oh, you're Spanish?" I said, "Yes, I am. You got something to say about that?" She started saying something to me that she's going to call the police. I said, "Go ahead, bring it, lady, bring it. We'll see
Yeah.
who's going to be right and wrong. Go for it. You're not going to
Mhm.
bully me, lady. These kids have the right."
Yeah.
And she just started causing trouble with the kids and everything. So they knew my house was a safe house to come to, a safe haven.
Oh,
And,
sure.
and so
Absolutely.
anytime that lady's causing trouble, she's like, "I'm not doing anything." So I just sat there like this with my arms crossed and my big old window and watched them. And she would just sit there like this, just like this, like this. Just I could hear her
Yeah.
mumbling something. That was
Well,
mumbling.
were
Oh,
you bullied because of your ethnicity or your weight or the way you looked or the way you talked or what was it specifically?
Well, back when I was growing up, it was basically my mom used to always had us really well dressed. I was real
Mhm.
skinny, so I had a problem with my weight back then. It's
Right.
when I got older and had kids, but I
Ah.
think it's because the way my mom had us dressed always really, really nice.
Mhm.
And there was this girl that always didn't dress as nice. I felt bad for her, and I guess her mom didn't dress her as nice, so she always came dirty to school, and she didn't
Yeah.
like, I guess, me particularly,
Yeah.
and she would always be bullying me all the time. So I
Really?
think that was it. Mhm.
Isn't that interesting
Mhm.
that somebody that wasn't as well kept as you was the bully?
Mhm.
I
Exactly.
would have thought, and it's just me again.
Mhm.
I would have thought it was the person that was well to do that would be the bully,
Mhm.
not the one that was lesser.
No.
Really? Isn't
Yeah,
that interesting?
and my parents, I mean, my dad worked in a warehouse factory. He didn't make much money back then, and my
Right.
parents, they still dressed us as well as they could, but
Well, you don't have to make a
mm-mm,
million dollars to look
no,
good.
mm-mm,
I got news for you.
mhm,
The Goodwill is a great place to go
mhm.
for clothes.
And so she just,
It really
dressed us.
is.
Remember, back then, I think it was Anthony's, Gibson's, those kind of stores like that that had the clothes.
Yeah, sure.
That was the clothes back then, and she dressed us
Absolutely.
really well, Woolworths and
Oh my
uh,
God.
mhm, mhm,
There's a place I really miss.
mhm,
Woolworth, the
yes,
five and dime. Oh my God.
mhm.
Places like that.
Yeah. So
But again, you don't have to have
no.
a lot of money. Look, there are thrift stores all over the country. You've
Mm-hmm.
got Goodwill, you've got the Salvation Army,
Yes.
you've
Mm-hmm.
got a million like
Mm-hmm.
smaller places
Right.
that have any number of
Mm-hmm.
opportunities to buy really nice clothes.
Oh,
Some of that
absolutely.
stuff is brand new,
Mm-hmm.
you
And my
know?
and my mom always had her hair combed really nicely, either a
Yeah.
pigtail or ponytail, really nice, And I don't know why I was the bully because I never was really mean to anyone. I was always the nice person. I was the quiet one,
And that's
maybe.
probably why you got bullied. Can I
Mm-hmm.
tell you the truth?
Mm-hmm.
That's probably why you got bullied, because you were nice,
Hmm.
you know?
And I was always brought up to be nice to everyone.
And they probably figure, oh, Amelia's the nice one. She won't fight back.
Mm-hmm. Probably.
Well, but you will now.
Oh,
You are now.
absolutely. Oh, we got and so Mr. Porter Shout Bear, are we boring you so much that
Are
you
we
want to
boring
come
you? Well,
tell
guess
me?
what? I'm going to
Come
block
on.
you right now. Goodbye.
So it just to me it was just like that. So
See,
growing up,
that's called a bully.
yeah, that's a
What's it?
bully.
Mr. Porter Stout Bear? You are
Hmm.
an asshole.
Yeah.
Please know that. I called you an asshole in front of thousands of people. What
Hmm.
are you going to do about it, pussy?
Yeah.
Okay? Now I'm going to be the bully. Okay? Go fuck yourself.
Yeah. So that's why I called them right then, right there. That's why I did it.
And that's the kind of stuff, folks. That is exactly
Hmm.
why we're doing this show
Yes.
tonight.
Yes. And it just doesn't happen by people, your friends of friends. It happens in the workplace. And I'm gonna be honest with you, since it's happening right now to me in the workplace.
Can we talk about that?
Absolutely.
You feel like letting that one out?
Oh yes, absolutely.
Go for it.
I've been at that place almost 4 years this May, and we started off, I think it was like 20, 10, 12 people, and then decided, oh, good, we're gonna put cubicles so that way we can allow, I think it's 22 people in there. So,
Mm-hmm.
and I had a nice corner desk for about 2.5 years, really nice and comfortable, where I could just sit back like this, just relax. And then the manager shift changes to this girl that's Hispanic, younger than me. She's Hispanic as well as I'm Hispanic. But she wanted my desk. She's like, no, no, you're going to have this desk over here. That's Amelia's. And I guess she didn't like that in the beginning because that's what the desk she wanted. Well,
Mm-hmm.
anyway, about 2 weeks ago, she says, well, we're going to be switching desks so everybody can get to know each other. And so guess who gets picked? Me, my desk,
Sure.
and 5 other people. And I get the worst desk of all. Get this. As soon as you walk in, there's my desk. Everybody walks around me. The light is horrible. And let's just say the glare is really bad in the computer. And the computer, I have 2 monitors, so they're way up here. So I'm having to do this, stand up to, so I'm not really comfortable at all. And then when I found out that I was moving, I was like, oh man, I can't believe I have to move. I can't believe I have to move. And I could hear her say to the person that is training in Spanish, no less. I guess she forgot that I speak Spanish or understand
Right.
Spanish. Oh, look at
Don't you
this.
love that?
Oh yeah, she's like, oh my gosh, I can't believe it. Look at that. So and so's mad, or look at that. She's mad that she has to move. Can you believe it? And I'm like, excuse me, but don't you understand that I can understand you?
Yeah, I
Hello.
know what you're saying, asshole.
And I'm like, and they're like, why are you having to move? I'm like, I don't know, because they moved my other friend that has been with me forever to another end of where nobody's at. She's by
Yeah.
herself. So how is she gonna get to
Well,
know
it's
people?
funny because I just brought something up on the screen here
Uh-huh.
that ties right into exactly what you're saying.
Mm-hmm.
This another element of adult bullying. The cruel actions that
Mm-hmm.
often lead those feelings include insults,
Mm-hmm.
ridicule, jokes, threats, public shaming. We've
Mm-hmm.
talked about that on the show before.
Mm-hmm.
Invasion of your personal space. It's like,
Yes.
get out of my space. This is my like area. This is my
Mm-hmm.
domain. It's my safe spot,
Yes.
right? So, like, you're intruding. Get the fuck out.
And that's one of
You know?
the signs of workplace bullying right there.
Yeah, and
Yeah, can you
it's
believe it?
exactly what it is. That's why I brought it up.
And when I read
Unwanted
that,
personal contact.
yeah, and when I read
You
that, I was
know?
like, she's bullying me like crazy. And then she goes to me and sends me an email. Oh, you did this schedule wrong back 5 months ago. 5 months ago, when she wasn't
Yeah,
even my boss yet. I'm like, uh, you. This was 5 months ago. Why are you sending this to me now? Uh, and then I go back and look. I said, wait a minute. I did not schedule this. Look at the name.
yeah,
Just because it starts with an A. You need to go tell that person.
yeah,
Because I fixed it. And she says, oh, I did not see that. I said, well, before you go starting
yeah.
to tell that
Well, let
person that
me
did it
ask you
wrong.
about that.
Hmm.
How does that how does that, like, work bickering translate into bullying and harassment?
Because it's like she's,
In your case, how did it translate?
because to me, it's like she's harassing me, trying to find something on me to get me upset, get me angry. And it's like a bullying me.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Hmm. And I
That'll do.
get,
You know, one of the things that we did, Amelia and I,
hmm,
in preparation for the show, we went onto a really great website called
hmm,
verywell.com.
hmm,
And the entire website talks about mental well-being.
hmm,
It also talks about heavily talks about bullying.
yes.
And one of the things is the difference between bullying and harassment. But here's an interesting, a very interesting take. I don't know, somebody's in our chat.
Hmm.
What about the immigrants and veteran worker? Blah, 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 blah. Okay. Yeah. Goodbye. Take a fucking walk. Um, Boy, we're getting them everywhere tonight, ain't we? Jesus. Oh man. Okay. Incredible. We got. I'll tell you what. You're doing a show on bullying. All the fucking bullies are in our chat room tonight.
Hmm.
They're getting blocked and deleted and reported. But bullying and harassment are similar. They both talk about power and control,
Hmm.
acts that are intentionally meant to hurt or harm another person, the disproportion of
Hmm.
power between the
Well, they
victim and the
they
bully.
did it. They did a good comment though. And what about this one here? Because that happens too.
Well, I mean, I understand that,
Hmm.
but it doesn't pertain to what we're speaking about.
Hmm.
It's moot for tonight's conversation,
Hmm.
and I want that blocked, and I want it
Hmm.
to stay blocked. And
Hmm.
who's unblocking it?
Oh, there it is. It just so it came up like
Are
that.
you, Amelia?
No,
Don't please don't
no,
touch that.
no. It was like that. It wasn't blocked.
Okay.
Um.
All right. So, bottom line is, for
Hmm.
whatever reason, we're not able to. We're not
Hmm.
able to. We're going to delete it instead. How about that? There you go. So, yeah, well, we're not going to. I'm not dealing with that tonight. I'm not dealing with the negative. We got enough going on tonight. I'm not
Right.
going to deal with those comments. I
Hmm.
understand why the comments are there,
Hmm.
and I even agree. But
Hmm.
we got too much to cover.
Hmm.
Um, the difference between bullying and harassment is that when the bullying behavior is directed, particularly at a target who belongs to a protected class, it's defined as harassment.
Yes.
Protected class includes color, race, religion, sex,
Hmm.
age, disability, national origin. And there are numerous different types of adult bullies, some of which include a tangible or material bully.
Hmm.
These bullies like to use their formal power,
Yes.
like being the boss or the manager,
Exactly.
like
Exactly.
in Amelia's case,
Hmm.
or they have some sort of authority or control over either your schedule, your work, your finances, and they use that power to intimidate you. You got the verbal bully that likes to shame people and insult you, and they're great at using words. These are the same people that are so good at words, but I can't get them to come on the show
No.
because they got no fucking balls.
Mhm.
They got a sharp tongue and no balls,
Right.
like the people that are in my chat room tonight.
And then too, it's like,
You know,
it's
you
like,
got sharp tongues tonight in my chat room. Okay,
and
well,
you
I
know how,
just cut your fucking tongues off.
and you know how I knew that she started to be a bully to us is because we all like knew she was going to be a manager, and then all of a sudden she's like, why her? And then all of a sudden out of the blue she'd come to us and say, good morning, good morning. We're like, wait a minute, who is this telling us
Yeah,
good
who
morning?
is that person?
She would
Aren't
never
you the one
do
that
that.
told me to go fuck myself yesterday, right?
She would never tell us good morning, and then all of a sudden she started. We're like, wait a minute,
Yeah.
what?
I hear you.
We were like
And
freaking
that's
out.
another sign of bullying, inconsistent behavior.
Exactly.
Here's the other thing, man.
Mhm.
Often verbal bullies throw constant criticism or
Mhm.
use cruel teasing.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, sometimes the language used by these types of bullies is sexist, racist, homophobic, or
Mhm.
threatening.
Mhm.
You've got the passive aggressive bully. This is my favorite one.
Mhm.
This is the kind of bully that I want to take by the neck and just bitch slap them.
Mhm.
Okay? A passive aggressive bully. You may not consider someone who is passive aggressive to be a bully, but this type of bully is the most cunning, the most manipulative in
Mhm.
so many ways. They act amicable, like your friend. They act like your buddy.
Mhm.
You might, and you're dealing with this at work.
Yes.
They act amicable on the outside, but they take unexpected swings at you. They might fuck with your money. They
Mhm.
might screw with your hours. They
Mhm.
might move your desk from one place to the other.
Yes.
You could tell the people about that later. Things like gossip, sarcasm, and hurtful jokes are just a few ways
Mhm.
that this type of bully behaves. And it happens all the time. They
Mhm.
may roll their eyes. They
That
might make
she
a,
does. She does
yeah,
that. Yes.
she's an eye roller.
Mhm.
Yeah, they might make rude facial expressions. They
Yes.
might ridicule the victims by mimicking.
Mhm.
If you say something, they might mock you, or they might,
Mhm.
repeat it like Polly Parrot.
Yes.
They might also isolate their targets, causing you to feel insecure or anxious. In
Mhm.
other words, they'll say, Amelia, can you come into my office?
Yes.
Okay.
Mhm.
I'm going to give you everything I'm telling you right now. I'm setting you up so you can unload on them. Okay.
Mhm.
What to do if you're a bystander and you're witnessing this? There's several things you can do, and we're going to tell our audience what to do. Number one, call the police. Number two, question the behavior of the bully. Shift their focus. Get them off of, make sure that you get them off of the subject of the bullying. Use humor to diffuse the situation. Remember that there's strength in numbers. Pull other people into it. Always pull other people into it. Make sure that other people see and hear what's going on. Make sure they witness this person being a bully. The other thing, bystanders can intervene as a group to demonstrate their disagreement with the bully. That's something that people today need to understand.
Mhm.
You're not alone. We live in a very strange world. Everybody's out for themselves, but I'll guarantee you, if there's somebody being hurt on the street, somebody's going to run to their rescue
Mhm.
because we are inside. We're good people. Tell everybody what you're going through. Now that
Yes.
I set up all the
Mhm.
criteria for you, you
Right.
can tell everyone what the hell's going on
Oh,
and
I mean,
why you're so strongly uh, aligned with. That's the best word I can use. You're
mhm.
so strongly aligned with this subject tonight.
Well,
And it really is very important.
first of all, it's basically, when you get bullied so many times, to where you've had enough, you're gonna fight back. And I'm so sick and tired of being bullied, where I've had just about fucking enough, to where, the bullies, if you're gonna start with me, you know what? I'm fucking done with you. You're gonna come on the
Ooh,
show,
yeah, you
you're
dropped
gonna
that
talk,
bomb.
you're gonna talk to me like a
Damn.
bully, you're gonna act like a bully. Come on and bring it on the show, because you know what? You think you can do a better job than me? Then come on. Okay. First of all, that's who I'm talking about, is to you, bully. Okay. You think I mumble? Show me what it's like to mumble. You think you can do this? Go for it. All right.
She ain't
That's
taking no
you.
shit tonight, man.
Okay. I'm sick of it.
Good
You
for
want to
you.
tell me that I mumble? Tell it to my damn face. I'm right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
she ain't hard to find.
Do not tell in an email. Okay. Don't be a scaredy cat.
Yeah, and that was the thing. Think about that. Well,
Think
we
of it.
just talked about it. They hide behind shit.
Okay. And you know what? Bad boy Breeze, get the fuck out of here. Okay. I don't care if you don't care. Get the fuck out of my chat room. And secondly,
And
another
that's a
thing.
bully. Bad boy Breeze,
Yeah.
no one cares. Guess what? We don't care either. Go fuck yourself, asshole.
And secondly, to
I
anybody that's
just
bullied.
blocked everybody that was in our chat room. Okay.
Yeah.
Everybody that's been here got
Mhm.
blocked.
And if
And
you're
you're
being
by the
bullied,
way, you're being reported to YouTube,
mhm.
Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Twitch. Where else are we?
He's also on TikTok.
And TikTok.
Mhm.
There you go.
And also, I want to say something else. Anybody that's getting bullied by an adult, or even bullied at work like I am, let me tell you something. That's happening to me, okay? I was at work for 2.5 years, comfortable in my own little chair. All of a sudden, I get moved for no reason. Uh, there is something in that you can do. Start writing everything down. Email it to yourself, even to your private email. Start writing everything down. Keep a journal. Also, see if anybody else can get involved. And if you have a doctor's note that says that you have to go use the restroom as often as you can because you're on certain medication, make sure that you make copies of that and hand it to your parents, mail it to somebody, keep a copy at home. Uh, Make sure a friend of yours has a copy, so that way they can't say that they never received it, okay? Because they're going to say, oh, we never received it. Oh, yes, you did, because I made several copies, because that's going to be another bully. And another thing, if they say, "Oh, well, you just moved because we wanted to make friends," I don't make friends at work. I've already told them over and over that I'm just here to do my work. And you know what the supervisor told me? She says, "Oh, it's going to be okay. It's going to be just fine. We're going to make friends. This is when we wanted to move people. That way, you could just get the difference of the room." You know what she meant? In other words, just shut up and just shut the fuck up and just go sit down. It's what she meant, really. That's another way to bully people, is the
Yep.
way you tell them, in another nice little sweet way. And also, if you get bullied, don't get bullied. Stand up for yourself. And then, she's starting to make me go see a psychiatrist more. Yes, I am seeking more help because
Can we
of that.
talk about that, Amelia? You okay
Yes,
talking about that
of
one?
course. Of course. I was seeing therapy for other things before because of things in my childhood, and it's starting to add up. And because I started working behavioral health, and the parents would say, okay, well, I need to be seeing therapy for other things. And I started talking, and of course, she brought up things that I didn't want to tell anybody when I was happened to me when I was a kid. And so I thought, okay, well, here's a safe place so I could talk. And now that all this bullying is happening to me at work, I'm having to make more appointments because I just can't handle it anymore. I'm going to the point where I'm going to have to be on medication because of that.
And people don't understand the ramifications of that.
No, they
That
don't.
bullying
Yeah.
that was perpetrated on you
Yeah.
changed your entire life cycle.
It did.
It changed your entire outlook on stuff.
It did.
And it caused you to do one or two things. First thing is it caused you to fight back.
It does. And I'm writing
Okay.
everything down. Everything's written down, email to myself too.
Yep. And the second thing it's causing her to do is to take action.
Yes.
Good for you.
And HR is not doing anything about it right now. And we've tried 3 times, they've gone to 2 different HR managers and they haven't been able to do anything right now.
Well, you're doing it right now on the air.
Hmm.
You got
Yeah.
other people.
Yeah. And it's
Okay,
hard.
you're no one special. Bad Boy Breeze is a piece of work.
Yeah.
He sure the fuck is, and he's gone. He's out of here.
Yeah.
He's out of here.
Yeah, it's hard.
This is Betty Boop says hi everyone. Hello, Betty Boop.
Hello.
You're no one special says Bad Boy Breeze is a piece of work.
Mm-hmm.
We're doing a show tonight on bullying.
Yeah.
And I've already had 4 bullies in my chat room.
Mm-hmm.
It's very interesting. I will bet you dollars to donuts that none of them are children.
No.
I'll bet you they're all adults. It's
Mhm.
You can be very brave behind your keyboard.
Yeah.
Okay. I challenge you. I challenge you in the most visceral way.
Mm-hmm.
Join me on the air if you have the balls.
Yeah.
I don't think you have the balls.
They don't.
In fact, I know that you don't.
They don't.
I know you don't. Because being with me will eviscerate you.
Mm-hmm.
You will absolutely be nullified. You'll be vaporized.
Oh wow! Look at that. They
I
gave
will
you a name.
destroy you in front of many thousands, if not millions of people
Oh wow!
worldwide.
Somebody
And we
gave.
have that kind of reach on this show.
Mm-hmm. Oh, look
And
at that.
don't judge our YouTube, folks, because we
Mm-mm.
don't give 2 flying fucks about our YouTube. We have a radio audience with more than 491, right now, 491 radio stations.
Oh yeah.
We lost a couple. We had 517. But we lost a couple. That's okay. We'll lose a few and we'll gain a few. It goes up and down.
Yeah.
But we've got 490 plus radio stations around the world
Mm-hmm.
and more than 3,000 platforms around the world.
Mm-hmm.
So we don't give a shit about YouTube or TikTok or Instagram. They help. Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah.
But we don't really care. I have a radio audience.
Mm-hmm.
This show is a radio program. That's what we do. It's a radio program that has visual support.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely, it does.
My
And we
name is
thank every
David
one of
Aubrey
you.
from Nashville. I've been hunting down file papers on him.
Oh, his name, the Bad Boy Breeze.
Oh,
She's
Bad
telling-
Boy Breeze. Okay.
Whoever that is.
David Aubrey from Nashville. I'm going to look that up. Write that down, Amelia. David
Okay.
Aubrey from Nashville.
Okay.
I want to find out who David Aubrey from Nashville, Tennessee is.
Okay.
I've been hunting him down and filed papers on him. Okay, whatever that means. Yeah. Okay. So, I don't know what that means, but okay, that's fine.
We actually missed our commercial time.
Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. Manscaped. We'll hit Manscaped in a couple minutes.
Mm-hmm.
But continue talk.
Yeah, it's just that I just say write everything down that you can remember. Write down the date and time that this happened to you, even if it's affecting a coworker. Because I had a coworker quit, and she had said something, called her a hippo. I mean, could you believe that? Look, and
I believe it.
in Spanish, and I'm like, okay, this can get this person fired, but unfortunately, my coworker quit before we could even report this. So, and my coworker,
that happens far too often. Amelia, I'm up against a hard break. I got to hit this out here.
okay,
Do you have sweaty balls or volleyball netty balls? It's time to make them ready balls. The Manscaped.com Lawnmower 3.0 will do the job and clean your knob with its patented no-nick head, so your head will function as desired. Enter promo code Wrestling Future for a generous 20% discount. That's enter Wrestling Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com and Wrestling with the Future, going balls to the walls with Manscaped.com and the Lawnmower 3.0. Your balls will thank you, and so will we.
hello
Enter
everyone.
Wrestling
Welcome back.
Future for a 20% discount. Manscaped.com. Once again, the promo code is Wrestling Future for a 20% discount on your first order. Go ahead, Amelia. Thank you.
Yeah. And also, I wanted to let you know that whenever everybody found out that we were going to have this person as our manager, they said if she's going to be our manager, we're gonna quit. And pretty much they had to hire a lot of people from the very beginning. And yeah, we told HR, I said, you're going to have this manager. A lot of people are going to quit, and they didn't believe us. And I mean, what good was it going to do to us for us? But nothing did. And so we've been putting up with this and putting up with this. And she's like, oh, if you have anything, my door's always open. You can come talk to me. But then she turns around and tells you everything negative that you did. She never tells you anything positive that you've done.
Yeah.
And that's another bully. They never tell you anything positive, always negative.
No, it's always negative reinforcement.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Understand this.
Mm-hmm.
And we want to talk about this because it's really, really personal. It's really important. Again, we talked about this previously, but it bears repeating.
Mm-hmm.
The cruel actions that often lead those feelings of personal insults, ridiculing jokes, threats, public shaming, invasion of your personal space, unwanted personal contact. These are all classic, quintessential signs of bullying at its absolute classic best.
Absolutely.
The one thing that's harder
Mm-hmm.
to control is what you see on your screen right now,
Mm-hmm.
cyberbullies, because we've just seen several examples on our show tonight that people love to hide behind the keyboard.
Yes.
Well, I'm going to challenge you to grow some balls, get out from behind your keyboard and get in front of your camera. If you got the cojones to do so, I don't think you do. In fact, I know you don't.
And you did not break me.
Because I'll fucking destroy you. I will absolutely eviscerate you.
Yes.
Cyberbullies, a significant problem today is cyberbullying, especially for younger and more vulnerable adults. Regardless, anyone can be a victim of harassing emails, Amelia, text messages, and social media. We've seen that all too frequently. What to do if you're a victim? If you are a victim of an adult bully, there are a few things that you can do to protect yourself. We're going to tell you what they are, but not just yet. Amelia and I have a couple things to do first, a couple of orders of business. Number one, I want to address our friend, the Dirt Digger, is with us tonight. So, where he is. There he is. The Dirt Digger. That's Carrie's guy.
Yes.
That's Carrie's guy. So yeah, I don't know who this
that David guy was the one that was.
It's Bad Boy Breeze or Edward and Veronica. I don't know.
That Bad Boy Breeze was that David. Edward and Veronica is a family member of mine. They.
Do you know who they are?
Yeah.
Okay.
But that bad boy Breeze is that David person that he has information on. He just needs our Dirt Digger. Hi, Dirt Digger. He needs our email address, which we can give you at.
Yeah. Yeah. Interesting. I first of all, I don't understand. Well, maybe we'll talk about that in a little bit. But if that's a family member of yours, then just let them know that they are they're blocked, and I'm not going to permit their comment on the air tonight for a couple of reasons, and I'll discuss it later.
Yeah,
but I can't go down that rabbit hole. I know what they're referring to, and we can't do that. Not here.
That's way different thing.
way. Yeah, and not tonight, and not here.
Right.
So, and I understand. I hope you understand why I had to block you.
Oh yes.
So, because we got this is really important to me and to Amelia.
Very, very important to me right now because I need to get
So,
the.
what to do if you're a victim? Here's the thing. I think I'm gonna, if you don't mind, Amelia, I'm gonna take over the show now.
Go ahead.
Okay.
I just can't
You
really.
okay with that? Are you
Yeah.
okay with? Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Because I know, so I saw you getting emotional.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. And I apologize for that. But if you are a victim of an adult bully, there are a couple of things you can do to protect yourself. Number one, pick and choose your battles. That's very,
Yes.
very important.
Oh, absolutely.
You know. Oh, there's Carrie. Hello, unknown person. That's Carrie.
I love you too, Carrie.
So that's funny. You got me blocked. Oh, I'm going to unblock you, Carrie. I'll make sure Amelia does that because I don't know how to do it. Amelia has to unblock you. I know how to block people. I'm good at that.
He is.
But I don't know how to unblock them. I miss you, Carrie. I miss you around here.
Mm-hmm,
I
me
know
too.
you think. I know she probably thinks I'm a bully. I'm really not.
No,
I'm just a little gruff around the edges. That's all. But here you go. It's a couple things you can do. Number one, pick and choose your battles. Number two, choose how to react.
Yes.
And that depends on the number and severity of the bullying behavior. Are you being physically touched? Are you being ridiculed? Are you being leveled insults at? Are you being mocked? There are a number of ways to handle it, but you've got to determine what level of bullying exists to you at that time. If the behavior is not excessive or harmful, you might be able to reason with the bully. You might be able to actually talk your way out of it. Again, we heard before how you can do that. Use humor.
Yeah,
Humor
sometimes
is a great way to diffuse situations.
Mhm.
It's like the two guys that get into a fight in the bar.
Yes.
Okay. And then after the fight is over, they sit down, they buy each other a drink. You know how often I've seen that happen?
Oh, yes, plenty of times with
Oh,
guys
God, yeah.
getting into fights. Yes.
Oh, God, yeah. Absolutely.
Mm-hmm.
Because of the amount of time it can take to handle bullying behavior in some cases, consider picking your battles if it isn't directly harmful to you. In other words, if you're fighting someone's battle for them, which you absolutely have the right to do.
Oh, yes.
Make sure that you are armed. Make sure you got your I's dotted and T's crossed, and you're ready for bear.
Yes, absolutely. Get ready.
We
and
have a question. Layla Schmidt says,
Mhm.
what if you're being bullied by an authority figure, someone in an authoritative position? Well, talk to Amelia about that because she's being bullied by her boss right now.
Yeah.
So what do you say to Layla in that situation?
I would say, like you said earlier, make sure you could try to have a witness if you can. If not, write everything down, every time, date, everything that happened. Email it to yourself as well. Email it to a coworker as well. Email it to your private email. Try to jot everything down. If you can, like I said, have a witness with you. And if it's necessary, go to the police.
The other thing is what Amelia is actually doing. Document every single offense.
Everything.
And try to keep a record for as long as you can. You might need them if you ever file a complaint at work.
Oh, yes.
Or in some cases, you might file a police report.
Exactly.
HR report. If the bully's actions become emotionally or physically damaging, you might even go a step further than that.
Oh, absolutely. Because
beyond
you
even a
make sure
police
that,
report.
Yeah.
You know?
Oh, yeah, because you have to have a journal. You always have to have a journal with you.
You know, it may be necessary to bring in state officials rather than just local police.
Yeah, it depends on what your job
keep these things in mind. Keep them in mind. It's critically important.
Yeah, because I have a journal. See, I have a journal right here that I keep.
Carrie says, she's got a friend being bullied on Twitter. That's really interesting because Twitter, like nobody
Nobody
I
does
don't even
that.
think, do people even bother with Twitter anymore?
No, I didn't think so either. It's more like a different
We have a
one.
Twitter account. I haven't seen it in a year, but I know we're still on.
Yeah.
I know because I get like numbers reports from Twitter, but I haven't been on there in a
Oh
year.
no.
The other thing, if you feel like you're the person perpetrating and you need some
Yeah.
help, please know that help is available. See
Yeah.
a mental health professional. See
Absolutely.
a primary care doctor. Go to a hospital. They can treat you for free. People don't know that. Your hospital can treat you for free.
Yes.
And you'll never get a bill. And if you do get a bill, you go to that department in the hospital called charitable care, and they will write that off.
Right. Yeah, and get a journal just like this. It has a binder like this, and just start writing stuff in there, just like me. I have one that I keep with me at all times. That I write stuff in all the time.
It's critically important. Critically important. Again, adult bullying, a growing concern. Amelia, we're going to finish up this show tonight. What is the key message you want people to get from the show?
It mainly is be a buddy, not a bully. And if you are being bullied, take action, stand up. It's time to stop being bullied. Basically,
Absolutely. Absolutely. And we're going to out this guy. Bad Boy Breeze, you're a bully. I don't know who you are, but I know who Dirt Digger is, and Dirt Digger is cool in my book. I know who Carrie is. She's cool. She's unknown person tonight. Carrie, we know who it is. Carrie. And I love them both. I don't never met Dirt Digger, but I like the guy. And I know Carrie, and I love Carrie. I think she's wonderful. But Bad Boy Breeze, you haven't. Hold on. I want to look at you. I want to look into this camera. I'm talking to you, motherfucker. You have an open invitation to join me on this show, one-on-one or with Amelia here, or present or not. I will be here for you. If you want to join me and explain yourself, bring it on. Okay?
Absolutely.
I promise you with my hand to God in heaven, I will eviscerate you. I will absolutely vaporize you.
Yeah.
On that note, for
bring
Amelia,
it on, buddy.
The Pitbull Chapman, for Carrie, for the Dirt Digger, I'm Angelo, Mad Dog DeCipio. Until next time, folks, take care.
Bye-bye.